It's Nolan. Break. Winning, they win. Putting on me and my friends. Slipped up and set in the trend. Oops, I did it again. Winning, they win. Putting on me and my friends. Slipped up and set in the trend. Oops, I did it again. Winning, they win. Putting on me and my friends. Slipped up and set in the trend. Oops, I did it again. Winning, they win. Putting on me and my friends. Slipped up and set in the trend. Oops, I did it again. 100% I'm authentic. I don't get down with the gimmicks. I keep it real. Never get bothered by critics that never been out in the field. Don't care how they feel. Stand on my pride, I'm drawing a line. Making more money than y'all combined. You're spending your day, you're watching for mine. You're reaching your hand, I won't give you a dime. I drew the plays. Hitting the gym for them 2 days. People be coming with Q&As. I just revive with a new phase. I'm a survivor with through the maze. Right off these niggas, then turn the page. Nobody stopping me ever. I'm dedicated to having my way. I'ma get it, cause I'm so much better. I keep a winning mentality, turning my dreams to reality. Put in the work for my salary. Try to copy me, that does not flatter me. I'm the best, you can check my anatomy. When I rest, I'm recharging my battery. You been acting just like the academy. Take a pic, this is something you never be. Greatness. Quit playing, bitch, in my pavement. New nurse, I ain't got no patience. No money, I swim in that fragrance. New crib, I'm setting locations. Cooking up spill sauce on the apron. Clocked in, I don't need no training. My brain make all my statement.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. If you enjoyed that song in the intro, it's called Trendsetter, featuring Barclay. It's all across all streaming platforms. If you want to get it for yourself, you can check that out. Now, let's get into today's show, or this show of today, because this is going to be the second one. In this particular show, we're going to be talking about Gene Deal. Now, y'all know I'm not the biggest fan of Gene Deal. I don't follow him closely. He does interviews every goddamn day, damn near, online. Many of them I skip out on. But I'm going to give a big shout out to Miss Rhonda, big supporter, big time insider on the channel. She sent this over to me and she says, hey, check this out. I look at it and it seems that Mr. Gene Deal says he was there on the night of the VMAs 2000. At the time, he was still working for Diddy as one of the bodyguards on the staff. Okay. And he's come out to basically say that he concurs with the fact that the Accuser, Tony Busby, etc., the filing that they've released to the people seems pretty inconsistent, doesn't line up with reality, and does not line up with how things were being run at that time. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and pull up that video in just a moment. We're also going to be getting into allegations of a so-called private investigator. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be the same private investigator that Tony Busby has been talking about, that's supposedly hired by Roc Nation / Diddy to intimidate people and make them feel bad about covering this case. You know, Tony Busby says that people are being harassed. Former clients of his are being harassed and being persuaded with money to open up cases on him. But now we've got somebody that's coming out and saying that they got approached by a private investigator just for simply speaking about the Diddy situation. And because it's dealing with Diddy and the Accuser from 2000, they're attaching Jay-Z's name to it. I even see people putting Roc Nation hired this man, which there's no proof of that. There's no verification of that. But like I told y'all before, when these things come across my desk, I will cover them just so that I'm being thorough in all of, the coverings of this whole Jay-Z, Diddy, VMA 2000 after party stuff, because I don't want to just cover when Jay-Z comes out and says something. I want to make sure that I'm thorough with it so that people understand I'm doing unbiased reporting, even though I won't say unbiased. Let me strike that word. I need to remove that from my motherfucking vocabulary. I'm biased, but I'm doing objective reporting. I'm surveying all the facts. I'm surveying all the allegations. I'm surveying all of the information that's being presented and trying to sift through it, because I don't know what's real. I don't know what's not. We don't, you know what I mean? All we can do is assume and wait for further updates through the legal system, right? But I want to make sure that everything gets equal attention so that nothing is just kind of like left out of the story that could possibly prove to be important at a later time. Because again, I'm not a part of Jay-Z's team. I'm not part of Rock Nation. I'm definitely not part of goddamn Bad Boy. I ain't got nothing for Diddy. And I'm certainly not on the side of wrong. I'm not on the side of people being abused or taken advantage of, especially not no minors. So I try to be as, you know, balanced as possible. That's the word that I prefer to use. All right. So first, let's get to Gene Deal and his interview where he talks about being present on the night in question and having some questions of his own.
Your boy Diddy, he back in the news, man. How you feel about what him and Jay-Z being accused of?
Well, when I first heard the conversation, when I first heard the allegations, I said to myself, that's 2000. That's when I was there. And so I got to read what was said and how it went down and everything like that. And then first of all, I start seeing some inconsistency. But I don't want to, criticize the victim or the person that said that they was a victim, but some of the statements and some of the things that I heard was incorrect. As far as I know what we did at that time. First of all, we did not use limousines. We used SUVs in 2000. You know what I'm saying? So when she said that it was a limousine that picked her up or she went with a limousine driver, I was kind of skeptical and wanted to hear more about her story. So now she said that the limousine driver, got her into a party, but somehow she had to went to a gas station. And if you know that area, there's no gas stations unless you walk all the way up to 96th Street. That's like 40 something blocks. So I was like, all you had to walk to the west side, which is another 14, 15 long blocks. And then you would have to know where you're going to find that gas station because it's close to the West Side Highway. Unless you went all the way downtown, and then who gonna pick her up from that far away from the the venue where she went to? So, and then she said something about that, the allegation said something about that she went with the limo driver. So did the limo driver drop puffing them off or jaying them off, then came back and got her, then take her to the party? It was just a lot of inconsistencies. I was like, first of all, we didn't even use limousines. You understand? Bad Boy used SUVs. So I found those being real inconsistent on what the story was she was talking about. And then for limousine driver, who would know us, because our drivers didn't drive limousines, how you gonna tell somebody to get in the party? He had to go through security for that. And that just wouldn't have happened. That wouldn't have happened. So I don't want to beat up the victim or the person that says that they are a victim, but I know for myself there's a lot of inconsistencies in what she was talking about regarding her being with somebody from Bad Boy, getting into a Bad Boy party, you understand, with a limo driver that we didn't even know.
All right. So we're going to come back to Gene, but I just want to go ahead and put it on the table. Gene Deal, for many years, over a decade now, has been very adamant about the downfall of Diddy. As a matter of fact, Gene Deal is taking part in the documentaries to verify information that will probably solidify the downfall of Diddy. So the fact that he's coming out here and he's saying just based on the protocol that we had at Bad Boy at that time. We did not travel in limos. That's a very big piece, you know, because she said she got picked up by a limo driver and that there was a whole row of limos and she found somebody who was willing to transport her based on her being exactly what Diddy would be looking for. He says we didn't even travel in limos. That wasn't even what we had going on at that time. We was in SUVs. So clearly that's off. Only thing I hate about him coming out and saying that as somebody who would know better is now that gives Tony Busby the opportunity to amend their complaint further, right? To say, okay, because a lot of the inconsistencies, a lot of the mistakes that they're making in their filings, they're trying to give her wiggle room to change the story based on her mental, challenges and things of that nature, right? They're saying, oh, they're making it a point for people to know that she's autistic, and they're trying to say that her memory may be foggy due to her autism and due to other forms of abuse that she may have endured in life. They're even trying to say that she went off to the military and may have endured injuries there that have impacted her memory and stuff like that, to try to make anything that she puts in that filing, if it's not accurate, they can say, oh, it was a little fuzzy. That's what I meant. Or, yeah, that's probably what it was. I just can't remember all that well. So I hate the fact that Gene is coming out and saying that just so Tony Busby can go and be like, you know what? Yeah, all right, let's make sure we change that. Because the security detail has publicly corrected it. So let's make the correction on our own. Now, of course, a judge and jury, if it happens to come in front of one, then they should be able to see through some of these things. I would think the judge is intelligent enough to, understand that they just playing in front of the people. But again, we'll just have to see how this thing plays out, because I don't expect this to be a short undertaking. I don't know if Miss Torres is actually going to throw it out, although Jay-Z does have permission to submit a motion for dismissal. I'm gonna let Homeboy get back to it, but those are interesting pieces. She said that that there was some gas station away from the house, and he's letting it be known, from the city of Manhattan, the distance that it would take in order to get to a gas station, and how hard it would be to find a gas station, is very valid also. All right.
So, not trying to beat her up, not trying to save Jay or Diddy. But me personally, I didn't believe her story.
I mean, that says a lot coming from you being somebody that worked for Bad Boy at that time.
Well, what it says is that these people got to understand that there were people that was around. And then some people like myself, whether good, bad, or indifferent, I'm going to tell the truth. I'm going to tell what I know, no matter what somebody else feel. You understand? And I ain't super save Puff. I ain't super save Jay. You understand? I'm not doing that. But I am going to tell the truth, you understand, regarding at that time when I was around, that we did not use limousines. Is no limousine driver going to come to security and get nobody in no party at all. You understand? At all.
You personally, do you believe her?
My personal belief is that I can't say what happened to her, but regarding the allegations that she made and the picture that she painted, I don't believe what she was saying. And being 13 years old, that's happening, walking around the streets of New York. I think they said she was from Alabama or something like that.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Nah, bro. Not walking the streets of New York, finding a gas station. Nah.
Now, I will go ahead and just, for the sake of continuity, cut him off there She currently lives in Alabama. She was originally from Rochester, New York, which we've already established is 5 hours away from New York City. And of course, we still cannot verify how she made it to New York City because she was allegedly picked up by a person who is no longer among the living. Very, very convenient for Mr. Tony Busby. But no, she was not from Alabama for anyone. Y'all know, but who knows who else may be led to this video based on what Mr. Gene Deal is saying. Okay?
People in New York who've been in New York all their life can't find a gas station. You understand what I'm saying? They can't find a gas station. It's about, unless you go below 34th Street, is about 2 gas stations in Manhattan. One on the east side on 1st Avenue, one on 12th Avenue. A mobile station and a Shell station. And you got to know exactly where they at to find them things. And there's no way from her walking from the VMAs and to where she says she walked to a gas station and everything. Nah, bro. I think they got to pick up a better story. So to answer your question, do I personally believe that she went to a gas station, she got with a bad boy driver that was in a limousine? Nah. Not a bad boy driver. Not at all.
If you remember, what do you recall from that night?
Well, what I'm trying to say to you is this, is that if it was a VMA party and Puff Wolf was dropped off or whatever like that, it's not a what you call? It's not it wasn't a limousine, bro. I don't remember much about that, but I do remember the fact that we did not use no limousines. You asked me what I think about it. I'm listening to what her dad said about it. Her dad said it never happened. Dad said he never had that situation where her dad didn't even believe the story. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody being 13 years old and being able to travel around New York like that. She said her dad picked up, but he don't remember or recall none of that. So I can't be mad at him. He came out and told the truth. It's a story that she made up. I believe him more than I believe her.
So that's Gene Deal with his account, basically stating that based on what has been released from the filing and the complaint, it couldn't have happened because there's no way that she was with a limo driver. There's no way that she was transported via a limo, and there's no way that a limo driver would have been able to grant her entry into a party, right? Which pokes holes directly into the story that she's given us. However, I would not be surprised if the file gets amended to state that she was in an SUV and one of Bad Boy's drivers. You know what I'm saying? Because again, they're trying to make it seem like there's a justifiable reason for her memory to be so foggy. So now they're just gonna piecemeal this thing together from the people that are willing to come out and basically do these public interviews to refute the story. It's just gonna give Tony Busby and his legal team ammo to revise the story more closer to what someone like a Gene Deal is saying. That's how I view this. Now, earlier I did mention that Gene Deal is taking part in documentaries talking about Diddy. NBC/Peacock has a new Diddy documentary that's about to drop very soon called The Making of a Bad Boy. They just released the trailer and we do have clearance to play it on here. So I'm gonna go ahead and run it for y'all real quick to see what they talking about.
Sean Combs is a monster.
I want to speak about this now because I've witnessed everything.
I think Sean Combs can get away with anything.
'Cause I've witnessed everything. 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 'Cause I've witnessed
I've known Sean since he was 4 years old. That's my little bro.
He already knew what he wanted.
I can be your manager, just give me a chance.
I went to a lot of puffy parties. These were the parties that you needed exclusive access to get into.
He thought that if people fear him, they respect him.
Honestly, I didn't want to be around him unless there was cameras.
Nobody's shooting me. Nobody's shooting me. Nobody's shooting me.
When Puff was around, it was like, uh-oh, get it together or this could be over.
You got me acting crazy in front of all these people.
Something is not right with this.
I've been with Sean for quite a while, and I've captured a lot of moments. Anytime the studio or any rooms is red, it's making love and sex. Some of the ones who went in the room, for sure they were underage.
They said they could ship me off and sell me to anyone.
How did this superstar music mogul become an alleged monster?
And I can show you how we have fun and stay out of jail, too.
Hey man, that last clip that nigga said, I'm gonna show y'all how we have fun and stay out of jail too. That is a bit that's a bit dark. With everything that we now have on the table. But yeah, that's the Peacock Diddy, the making of a bad boy. I find it very interesting, right? Being that this is being produced by NBC/Peacock. You see how the portrayal of Diddy on NBC is taking place versus the portrayal of Jay-Z. Jay-Z, you know, NBC, they went and found the Accuser, had that sit down interview, and they was able to poke holes in her story almost immediately, which has helped us kind of get a little bit more clarity as to what is going on. But as it pertains to Diddy, they got a whole documentary finna goddamn expose all of his deepest and darkest secrets. There's a couple people that I saw in here that I did not recognize. I do recognize, of course, Gene Deal. I did recognize Miss Kim Osario, who's definitely a journalist who was around for a lot of the parties and stuff, the public parties. I don't know about the private ones. With the Source and all of that different type of stuff from the 90s to the 2000s. I did recognize what's old girl from the band? Shit, her name. Sarah Stokes. Now, Sarah, you know, she's been arrested multiple times on her own for being an aggressive person, allegedly abusing her ex-husband multiple times. You know, not to throw that out there like she couldn't have been a victim either. But as you saw in this video, she says that she didn't like to be around Diddy unless there were cameras around. I wonder what her experience actually was. And I'm not trying to negate her story of Diddy just because she did those things to her husband. I don't feel like those things should, you know, cross-contaminate. I'm just saying we know that about her as well. So yeah, you got Gene, you got Sarah, you got Kim Osorio, you get an appearance from Al B. Shore. Got a childhood friend who I don't know who that was. We've got an unintelligible, unknown person, you know, somebody that wants to remain hidden. We got one of them shadow niggas disguising their voice and shit, talking about they documented things and have proof of all types of wild shit. He said anytime you see a red room, it's some nasty shit going down. So it's going to be very interesting. And it's going to be out on January 14th, the same day that Beyonce is issuing her announcement. Damn. So, you know, about 10 days, we'll understand what's finna go down with this documentary. I'll be tuned in. I'm sure it'll be better than the one that TMZ put out. But we'll continue with the show. Now, next up, we're going to get into this alleged PI that's people are saying is going around harassing people, harassing content creators that are talking about Diddy and Jay-Z cases. Okay. And apparently they're approaching people at their home and asking questions and I guess making it hard for people to evade them or something along those lines. We'll see. Okay. Now remember, Tony Busby came out and had this to say. He says, investigators from New York have contacted many of our law firm's current and former clients. These investigators aren't very smart. What they didn't anticipate was one of the clients decided to record the conversation. It's shocking and illegal. Here's a portion taken directly from the transcript of the contact. Investigator says, in a couple days or maybe by next week, anyone Googling Busby and his company, his practice, are going into litigation, okay? Another quote. What we're trying to do is we are trying to put this thing together for the company that we're working for. Another quote. We could get you paid. You could get money right soon, Another quote. We gave this kid $1,000 to start yesterday just to get him on the right path. So allegedly giving out $1,000. Another quote. At the end of the day, this is going to go through the courts. Busby is getting sued. They say these guys are on tape offering to pay my firm's clients to sue our law firm. That's a crime. Okay? So those are the allegations that Tony Busby has issued against Jay-Z, Roc Nation, and affiliates. And now, magically, we're starting to see footage of someone that could possibly be one of the people on alleged payroll. So here we see this gentleman here with gray, white hair, glasses, right? Seen in both of these screenshots. And we'll scroll down for a little bit more information. They say pictured on the left are the men that Busby claims have been posing as investigators to further facilitate harassment against him and his law firm clients. Pictured on the right are men that an influencer claims came to his home to question him about his Diddy content. They say, do the men highlighted look like the same men? And clearly, even though they're not the clearest photos ever, they do share similarities. One looks like maybe his haircut wasn't so recent on the right side. You know what I'm saying? His hair look a little square compared to the roundness on the left. But one could say this is the same man. I ain't too against that. But let's see what the actual video contains of this content creator claiming that they're being harassed.
So you guys are private investigators who have come to my private home asking about influencers? Correct. This is very uncomfortable, you guys.
I don't know why. I'll explain.
No, you're at my home.
Okay, so you don't want to talk to us then?
Have I broken some law?
Absolutely not.
And you have the thin blue. This is frightening. I think, can you guys step away from my home?
Well, we're in a public street, so the answer is no. But I'm really not trying to give you a hard time.
Why are you here? What do you mean? You're showing up at my house.
We're very nice and respectful, and we will be. I just have two quick questions for you, and if you want to be interested in it, great. If not, I'll have a nice day. We're not...
What is this? This is odd.
So...
You have to admit this is very weird.
It always is, and people always ask us the same questions. I'm happy to explain to you. So
what?
Very simply, we were just hired to speak to a few people that do, have a lot of followers and stuff like that on different platforms.
What, is this about the Diddy stuff I report on?
Somewhat, yes. Not necessarily Diddy stuff, but, people are involved in just stuff like that. So basically, a very simple question is are you paid to influence that's stories like that in any direction?
No, not at all.
That's all we wanted to know. Because if the company is, they're looking into people who are...
Are you guys going to pay me for this visit? Like, this is frightening.
So,
like, I'm super... You have to admit, if I came to your house, and, like, I thought this was a joke. I have a friend coming over business right now. Like, this is extremely weird for me. I have 100,000 followers. I'm not making any money.
That's one of the reasons why we're here, and that's the question that we're asking. If someone contacts you, say, in the last 6 months and is paying you to influence in a certain way.
No.
Either one way.
Is it illegal if somebody would have?
So the answer is no.
Okay, I wish somebody would have. I'd love to be making real money off this.
Let me talk for 2 seconds. I'll explain to me. Try to make you feel better.
I mean, this is terrifying.
very simply, if somebody was paying you,
right,
the company we work for, just asking that question.
Right.
If somebody was, they would just be willing to possibly offer you money to know who and see what's going on. To try to,
well, they're paying me $1 million. Will you guys give me $2 million? I'm joking. But seriously, this is very odd, you guys. You guys came to my house. It makes me feel slightly good that maybe I'm getting some notoriety for this, but this is crazy.
So again, I'll tell you why.
Okay.
So apparently there's tons of things influencing going around.
Okay.
A huge percentage of it is all bots, not real.
Interesting. No, I'm real. Anything I report on about Diddy is coming from what other influencers, what news articles, and I'm a comedian. I put my spin on it, but nobody is paying me to do that.
And I've seen it, and I like it.
Yeah, thank you.
It's very simple that if it was the fact that somebody was paying you,
right,
people who were getting some negative, talk,
would be interested in
finding that out and possibly going action either against that person,
right.
Or
am I at any danger for doing this?
Zero. The only time you would ever have any liability is if you said, "I know for a fact this person raped it."
No, yeah, no. All of I'm satire. I'm a comedian.
And you
know,
say allegedly.
I always say, wow. I'm shocked that this is. I've never had fans come visit me. I'm just filming you guys because this freaked me out.
I'll tell you why. Because everything you do is real. And so many things are just bots.
Right.
So we got a list of about 15 people.
Interesting.
That only post themselves.
Wow.
And we're just trying to find out if people are paying for the story to be pushed.
Got it.
Listen, everybody talks about it.
Okay.
I'm not an influencer whatsoever.
Right.
Guess what? Me and my friends talk about it once in a while.
Right.
Oh, you got
right, and I understand. I'm not looking to spread misinformation, and TikTok docks you very quickly. If I've had videos that are like, oh, that sounds threatening or this and that, but well, can I get your guys' information just so if I have something that comes up, I can contact you guys?
So to be honest,
no,
we can't give out our company because
okay.
they don't want to be linked to anybody.
Got it.
My name is Robert James.
Okay, Robert.
Peter Deegan.
Okay, cool. This is crazy.
Agreed. And again, we were gonna sit out here.
No, that's fine. Yeah, it's my cat Crunchy. I hope my wife is impressed. I mean, I just hope I was like, I'm trying to be a successful comedian. I would love, but it is freaky that you guys like come to my back door. This is kind of crazy.
I don't know where the front door is.
I mean, I know, but even though my house, even though you guys are able to just find me, is crazy. I mean, I guess it's not.
Well, just Google anybody's name.
I guess I just didn't expect anybody was looking for me at all. So.
No, that's all. So
okay.
So apparently you're doing something right because you're getting at least.
Yeah, because you guys are visiting me. I wish you were two hot ladies visiting me. No, you guys are pretty yourselves.
I apologize.
Okay, well, thank you guys very much for. Is that it?
No, that's all.
All right.
If you're like so and so's paying me.
Oh right.
Money, we can talk.
No, and I'm also too. I'm a truth seeker, so I couldn't be paid off to have somebody having me. You know, it depends how much money, I guess, my wife, you know, would.
Be honest,
yeah.
The last few we've talked to,
everybody's
just doing what they want. It's they do it because they love it.
They enjoy it. And honestly, it's getting people to pay attention. So on TikTok, if people are paying attention, if I'm doing I did a no Diddy music video. Nobody cared about that. But if I get on and talk about something.
I understand, you're not bad.
Hey, thank you. Yeah.
Beyonce wants this jelly.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's not bad.
Yeah. Well, okay. I appreciate you guys coming by. This is odd, but maybe I'm on to something.
Again,
okay.
If you are getting paid, then maybe
we just want to know by who, and if it was
interesting. Interesting. Okay.
That's all.
Interesting. Well, contact me again if there's some real money to be made because I need to make it. So, all right. Well, thank you guys. This is crazy. Take care. No, it's okay. It's okay.
All right. So that's that. All right. So now that was content creator Samson Crouppen. All right. And I did a little Googling of this person. In the video, they said he had like 165,000 or 160,000 followers. I don't know what platform he was on where he's got that many followers. On Instagram, it looks like he had about 4,000 followers. His Instagram has now been removed and taken down. So maybe he deactivated it. This is a TikTok video that we just watched where he goes by Secret Service Samson Crouppen 1. That's exactly what was on the video. They say he had about 3.4 thousand followers. As I click on his page, couldn't find this account. All right. Maybe I should show y'all this on the screen. Give me a second. So once again, Samson Crouppen. This is his Instagram page. 4,000 followers. Page doesn't come up. It's been taken down. Okay. You go, he's got a YouTube. We're going to go to that in a moment. He's got TikTok, where this video originally came from. He had about 3.4 thousand followers. You see, he likes to keep his face in the screen. Couldn't find this account once again. So the same account this was posted from is now taken down. I'm guessing the pressure got to him or something. I don't know. But he's decided to take it down. He's got a YouTube here. He's got 5,000 subscribers on YouTube. Shout out to the 5,000. I remember when I had 5, I was very excited about that. So no shitting on that. So when you go to his YouTube, which I'm already there, he's got about 6,000 now, currently. 6.63 thousand subscribers. He's got 790 videos. This is Samson's World, where we feature fresh content every day. Keep it here on my channel, and please subscribe for business or booking. Got his information there if you want to get in touch with him. And he's also got a website. Okay? Now, as we visit the website, we see Samson Crouppen, corporate production services for real estate law firm Doctor. He's worked on Laugh Mob's Laugh Tracks. He's worked on dad jokes at All Def Digital. He's worked as a producer for Tiffany Haddish, From the Hood to Hollywood. He works on branded promos, Jesse Gets Arrested, all of these different projects. So who's to say that Samson was not a hired person to do this video, a hired actor? He says he's a comedian. Who's to say he wasn't hired for this? Right? Who's to say that all of these people are not paid actors coming out and staging this thing to make it look like something, which is what I said about a week ago when Busby put his lawsuit out about the person saying that they're working with Team Rock or whatever the fuck. I'm like, that seems a little suspicious, right? So he's got all these producer credits, and he works with real estate law firms, doctors. His dad, I believe, is a very influential lawyer in the Midwest. Who's to say he's not associated with Tony Busby, right? Samson Crouppen hires out a team of top-notch professionals who get the job done for your company in a timely manner, from broadcast commercials to TV to web series, content creation, and beyond. Empire of Dirt has got you covered. Featured here is senior partner Terry Crouppen, in which we shot 35 lawyer bios for Brown and Crouppen, one of the largest law firms in the Midwest. This type of marketing is an excellent addition to any business looking to expand their digital footprint. Now, I cannot say for certain that Samson Crouppen is an actor, or maybe he's working as a casting professional on behalf of Tony Busby to stage fake private investigator appearances. I'm not saying that. I'm not putting that on his jacket. I'm not legally in a position to put that on him. I'm just saying, who's to say that that's not what we're witnessing here? Only time will tell how this thing plays out. I would think with all those credits he has with major television networks and things of that nature, hopefully he wouldn't do something like that, because that could definitely affect his career long term. But we never know. You know what I mean? All I know is that he's worked as an actor, he's worked as a writer and a producer for television programs, and that looked like horribly scripted, like a skit. You know, we see these skits online all the time. Motherfuckers being approached. Oh, this nigga took my girlfriend. Oh, this nigga got so much riz. All the stupid little shit we see across the internet that people are trying to pass off as real. It's like a reality TV 3.0. Niggas are trying to, create reality by using their phone and shit to make it look like it's something that it could not be. So I don't know. I don't know what to believe, but I thought I'd bring it to y'all because, again, I want to cover all sides of the story, even when it may seem like a load of shit, because you just never know what could be used at a later time and be like, oh, wow, we ignored that. But let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be safe out there. Much love and respect, y'all. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some batteries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.